I'd much rather do that than nothing at all. Yeah. Yeah. This is also Darrell, Illinois, from Harry Ely's his version of Indy Nate the Woodchuck, which is nothing like the Ed Haley version. Both key of D though. Last time. Hello, everyone. Don't worry, we didn't start class without you. We're just like playing some music to let people file into the visual or whatever room, virtual room, yeah, the Zoom room, if you will. So we're just passing the time like we do.
Genevieve, Clara asked, whose version this was, and this is from Harry Ely. I can't remember. Is this in the Dearl, Illinois collection? I think it isn't, right?
It is in the sheet music, but not the CDs, I think.
So this is a treat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also now you have it on recording, so you can go back and slow down and learn it. Yeah. Actually, maybe, so I'm going to try to teach 2 tunes, Dry and Dusty, and then another one called Sandy Floor. So if we run tight on time, I'm happy to just or if we run short on time, I'm happy to put a few more in the can for you so you have them to take home. But yeah, you get that one as a bonus track. Harry Ely, Indy Nate the Woodchuck. Yeah, okay. Coffee break for me. There we go. All right. Looks like we're getting there.
Yeah, we're close. You might as well get it going, and
okay.
If the internet breaks, just call me.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, John. All right. Okay. Well, so as you have heard, first of all, thank you everyone for coming and to this fiddle workshop, and also to the intro session, which we just had at noon, which just gave a little bit more background about the entire Dearl, Illinois collection, which is, as you know, is now available through the Old Town School for both in-person and online sales for hard copy merchandise. So we will start off with the fiddle tune Dry and Dusty, but first, well, 2 things. There is a Kentucky Dry and Dusty that's like which is a beautiful tune. And it has absolutely nothing to do. You can tell it's kind of the same tune as the Illinois version, but it's basically been, instead of a slow, beautiful, loopy tune, it's been hoedownized, we would say. It's been like taken and made into a square dance hoedown type of tune. So it's been really, taken and given some weightlifting, some steroids. So yeah. So this tune was collected by my uncle Steve Harrison, and I'll tell you a little the funny story about how it was collected is so basically my dad and my uncle Steve and everybody who collected this music would you know someone would say, I think they got some fiddlers over in such and such a town. So that the town of this day was Jeff, Illinois, Geff. And my uncle Steve rolled into the gas station and saw two old timers sitting out front on a bench, and decided to start chatting them up and saying, do you guys know anybody who plays, fiddle or banjo or any kind of square dance music? And so they both said, well, what about so-and-so? And then, no, he's dead. No, he's dead. No. Okay, well, what about, no. Well, no, I don't think so. No. So they, at the end, they said, no, I don't think we do know anybody. And so my Uncle Steve turned to leave, and over his shoulder heard one of them say to the other, well, now, Otis, don't you play the fiddle? To which the other old timer said, well, yeah. But you have to understand, some of the people that they found hadn't played in 20, 30, 40 years. So they weren't going to like, yes, I still play the fiddle. I'm still so great at it. And so he said sheepishly that he did play the fiddle. And so my Uncle Steve got him in the car, ran him all the way to his house out in the country, got his fiddle, brought it back to the gas station, and took a source recording in the gas station so his friend could hear it, because his friend that had been sitting there with him this whole time had never heard him play the fiddle, or so the story goes. And if you, on the source recording, if the unedited, you can hear the old, in the gas station when there was a tube and you would roll over it and it would ding and make that noise back in the old days. You can hear all the trappings of a 1970s gas station. So it's a really priceless, story of like how my Uncle Steve collected it, and, that if he hadn't persisted or, if he had left 10 seconds earlier, this tune would never have been saved. So anyway, okay, here's the tune. We'll get into it. Smith is going to back me up on guitar just to refresh. I know y'all just heard it, but we'll play it a few times through. One more time. You're free until the end when I want to teach the other one. Yeah. Okay. So Mareva, I need to ask a favor and phone a friend. So we've got quite a few people, but I still think it's worth it. Do you think we should do individual introductions, or do you think we should just like kind of?
Sure.
How do you think we should?
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, everyone take a moment and maybe. Yeah. I think you and I were talking about getting a sense of people's like level or familiarity with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We kind of had an original concept of me assisting Genevieve, so I'm doing that very loosely. I'll be like handling the chat. I'll answer your questions. Yeah. I'm here to help.
Yes, sounds great. Well, let's just, if anybody wants, I guess we could go. I'll call on people. Hi, Ellen. Why don't you go first? Hi, Ellen.
Hi there. This is my husband, Neil. We both play fiddle, but I started much before he did. And I've taken other workshops with you to Old Town.
Like, yeah. So. I know you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I play a whole lot of Illinois tunes except for the ones you taught us.
Yes, yes, living the dream. Okay.
And we've taken those to other places, and people have said, "Oh, yeah, that's great," you know. And so we've tried to spread it a little bit too.
They do play well with others. They're good jam tunes. Okay, great. Great, wonderful. Okay, how about Ken's iPad? Ken, how are you? Let's go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
So, yeah, I've been back when Old Town was still open, was taking lessons with Steve and Paul and
Mhm.
Colby. So, but
Great.
I don't know too much about the Illinois songs.
I can virtually guarantee you know like Walk Old Shoe or Crow Creek, or there's a handful of other ones aside from the tunes that I'm teaching today. That's my greatest pride, is that there are a lot of Illinois tunes that have made their rounds and become part of the kind of festival canon. And so whether you know it or not, you're good. You know
Okay.
Illinois tunes. If you've taken from Steve and Paul and Jordan,
Colby.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Great. Colleen. Hello, Colleen. Are you there? Colleen Bloom, are you around? I stepped away. Okay.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Colleen
Yeah.
from Chicago. I can't hear anything though, but anyway, just got back in from vacation, so I'm super tired and I'm laying down watching your show. But I love the Illinois tunes. I can't remember the names of them, and I'm so glad you're doing this workshop. Are you going to be recording it too? So
Yeah.
are we going to get a
Oh, yeah.
recording?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Genevieve. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mareva and Jay and everybody else. John, bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Colleen. You can sign off, but Colleen's a really, really active member of the Chicago community. So yeah, thank you for coming back from vacation and hitting it hard on the whole time. Okay, Martha Tyner, hello.
Hello. I'm in Bloomington, Illinois, and started out as a contra dancer and square dance caller and got to calling. So I called a lot interband with the Indian Creek Delta Boys since 1980.
I have to tell a tale on you, and that was, I don't want to brag, but you were their favorite.
Oh.
Their favorite dance caller to play a dance with.
The one thing, I guess it's fair to tell, I don't know, I was kind of an early caller, so I wasn't completely secure. And I'd be calling a dance with these great tunes. And then while I was teaching, the band would vanish. And I'd get all nervous because they were out in the back having a smoke. And then I'd turn around and they would come back with these incredible, fabulous tunes, and we'd have a great dance. So I learned not to worry about the band. They would be there whenever I needed them. They were great. So I've been around the old time thing since the 80s and played bass with Allen Street String Band for a few years, and just try to play whenever I'm playing.
And now you're playing fiddle.
Kinda.
Yeah, all right. There is no kinda, you're playing.
I call myself a terminally intermediate old-time fiddler.
Glad to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see. We'll go down. Oh gosh, it keeps reordering things. This is a nightmare. Clara or Clara? Please, hello. Hi.
Hi, Clara is
Great.
how I say my name, but
Yeah.
everybody says it different, so that's okay. I'm actually coming to you from the Finger Lakes, upstate New York. I've had a fiddle teacher out of Geneva for a while, so more, I guess, I didn't even realize that Ithaca style is a thing, so I guess that's what I play. It's just what I've always known, and I only recently have a name for it. But my family is from Pekin and Peoria.
Sure.
So I'm totally unfamiliar with Illinois tunes. And when I saw that this was happening, I just thought it would be a good opportunity to learn some family connection, family history stuff.
Great. And have you been playing long or short?
I've been playing long bow or short bow, you're asking?
No, time. How many
years?
Yeah.
I've been playing for about 4 years.
Great.
So also intermediate, but I'm hoping not permanently.
The only reason that the course was listed as intermediate, but it was unclear if that was displaying properly. So I just want to get a handle on if that everybody's like comfortable kind of, and I'm going to break things down really slow, not because anyone's a beginner, but because that's how I teach. So all good, all good, all good. Thanks very much, Clara. Let's see. Brendan Carson. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? Hi, Hannah.
Let's see. Yeah, we live in Somerville, Massachusetts now, just outside of Boston. But formerly of Chicago and Michigan before that. And yeah, I miss playing Illinois tunes. I mean, I still do, but not as many people here know them.
We're slowly spreading the knowledge out here.
Yes, yes, go forth. Bring them the Illinois.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great to see you. Brendan and Hannah both used to live in Chicago and yeah, are great musicians. Okay. Let's go with Bobby Shepard next. Sorry, I'm just like a teacher. I'm just doing roll call. I can't. Here you go. Okay, go ahead.
No, it was great timing. I just put some snack in my mouth. Yeah, I've been through the Old Town circuit for 5 years, 6 years or so. I'm losing count at this point. Started off a banjo, started off on fiddle a couple years ago. Matt Brown, Paul, Steve, you, Genevieve, once. Yeah, I got a handful of Illinois tunes. I play some tunes well, a lot of tunes pretty poorly, but getting there. So yeah, I'm interested in digging into Illinois tunes in a workshop setting because I'm not great off of notation and I'm even worse on recordings. So this is great.
All right, yeah, happy to break it down for you. Okay, let's go next to Dan in the red hat. Dan. Yeah.
Oh, hi guys. I'm living in Indiana. I'm from Chicago, and actually when I moved down here, everyone knew all these songs already. So.
What part of Indiana?
Indianapolis, but
Indianapolis? Great. Yes. I should say like the Indiana Fiddlers Gathering, Lafayette, and then Bloomington and everything in between. Like we do have spies there. Like my cousin Cliff lives in Lafayette, and my dad lived in Bloomington up to his when he died in 2012, and recorded a lot of music there and has a lot of great friends. Like Brad Leftwich and people like that we've converted to the old time way or the Illinois way. Yeah. And how long you been playing?
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
Perfect. Great. Good to hear it. Okay. Let's see. David Cotton we'll go with. David? Is it David or not Dan?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. See, my brother Dan is down in the lower squares.
Okay.
I'm just out of the Lansing area, and have been playing tunes for a while. And Danny's been doing his love the old town stuff, so I'm joining in.
Yay! I love keeping music in the family, my favorite thing. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Dan, go ahead. Brother Dan.
Hey.
Yay, hi, yay. Hello.
Good to see you, Genevieve. I'm just so happy to have some music and fresh tunes. And yeah, I've been with Old Time School for probably 10 years or so now. But just recently got into the Genevieve campus. Such rich and good music, and your teaching style is so wonderful and all good. Yeah. So
again, your check's in the mail. Thank you.
No, it's wonderful you're doing this. I'm grateful for the whole team. Feels like a really great.
Where there's a will, there's a way. We wanted to do it in person, but I'm really, thanks Jay and Mareva and John and everybody helped us find a way. So
great antidote to a pandemic.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Thank you.
We got next. Oh my. Sorry. Morgan. Hello. Morgan, go ahead. Say hello.
Hello. I've been taking classes at the Old Time School for about 8 years now. mostly with Paul, but I'm really interested in taking classes with you, Genevieve, once we go back to live in-person stuff.
And may I say ditto. I can't wait till we're all able to be together again.
Yeah, and I last year just picked up the banjo, so now I'm kind of interested in both sides.
Great. Thank you for that. Let's do Kim. Kim's, or yes, Kim. Yes. I'll give you a minute to unmute. You're still muted. Yeah, there we go.
Hi, I am Kim Spalding from San Diego, way out here on the West Coast. Yay, and I'm so glad I found this. It's just at the last minute, but I met you at Fiddle Tunes. What year was that? 11?
Yes. Oh goodness, that was like
my book.
Yeah.
And I love this book. I still listen to it like weekly, probably. I'll listen to one of the CDs. I love it. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so I think the new mules that I mentioned, which was me, my dad, Abby Layden on bass, Andy Gribble on guitar, and Smith Koester, my husband, on banjo. We were hired to teach at the American Festival of American Fiddle Tunes in Port Townsend, Washington, which is fabulous. It's like a utopian society for 1 week. So that was, I think, like, again, 2009. That was right when, around the time that we released the album. So yeah, well, great to reconnect. Thanks for joining. Is there anybody else? I'm sorry, I'm trying, guys. It's really not working with me here. Hang on. I see Di Battista. It's cutting off your name. Yes, Vince. Yeah, yeah. I think that I know you are in Evanston, and you.
I am.
Yeah. Go ahead, but.
Yeah, I've been playing for quite a while. I started out playing clawhammer with Steve Rose, and I looked him up way back when. And before I knew about string band music, I just played guitar and wanted to play banjo, and then kind of got into the fiddle, and then I'm sort of obsessed with Midwestern music, Illinois, Missouri. I was fortunate enough to learn stuff from Charlie Walden, and I had a few years I haven't been playing that much, and I just started playing again, and I love it. So, yay! And I like to say that when I saw you and your father do that workshop, when the Dear Illinois came out in somebody's house in the North Side, that kind of sparked me. Like, I wanted to take fiddle serious because I never heard a guitar player and a fiddle player in front of me play. That it was just like a kind of life-changing for me. So
you guys,
it was awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, have to shout out to Lynn Guerin. So again, when I was getting serious about the fiddle and started playing for some dances and some, just going to the Indiana Fiddlers Gathering with my dad and kind of, just socializing, Lynn Guerin was like, you guys need to do a fiddle workshop right now. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be one in the suburbs. There's going to be one in the city. And then Danny Miller, who is also a former fiddle instructor at the Old Town School, was kind enough to host the Chicago location. So that was, I think, like 2007. Again, wow. A lot happens when time passes by, but yeah, so that was just me and my dad playing fiddle tunes and me on guitar. Just, there was like a show and tell, and he just played tune after tune after tune after tune. And then at the end, we took a break and then came back and he taught a couple tunes. So.
Yeah. And somebody that I chatted with once on like a forum or something who lives in Montana or something had that whole audio. Somebody gave that to him, so I don't know if anybody ever needs it or you need it. So and it's all broken down, each little tidbit that he says about the song, and then the run through of the song, which is really cool because back then I didn't have any way to record it or anything, so it was great to have the opportunity to listen to it and have it all categorized. So.
And one thing I will say too is, like, Dear Old Illinois is the source recordings. All the transcriptions, all the recordings are the old timers version. And this is obviously an oral tradition. So a lot of those tunes, through my dad and Chirps and other people playing them, they get a little, every time it goes through a generation, it gets a little of your own put in it, which is good. But like there's often, you know, there's that waypoint between the dear old Illinois and then, you know, everything going forward. So yeah, I do have those recordings, and they just are shared informally, and I love that. I love that they're shared. We're trying to think about how to organize and make like warehouse and make accessible all of the, it's basically a field recording, you know, of a workshop. So
yeah.
thank you for mentioning that, though. This is like a walk down memory lane in so many ways. So thank you guys. Okay.
Genevieve, can I jump in just to share? Rich doesn't have audio, so he just wants to introduce himself via comments. He says, "Hi, Genevieve. I'm intermediate-ish on the fiddle. Been playing old time for about 18 years now, mostly on banjo, though." So that's from Rich. And then I think, have we heard from, we should probably get started in maybe 4-ish minutes. Have we heard from James, Steve, or Ellen? Are those the other 3 people that are left?
Ellen went first. So
Ellen went first. Okay. And then Steve and James are the last 2. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah? Cool. Steve, you look unmuted.
Yeah, I started playing harmonica in
Hi. Sorry, he's one of my students at the Old Town School this winter. Hi.
I started playing harmonica in an old-time jam about 3 years ago, I think it was. And I got interested in fiddle. I wanted to see what it was like. And as Genevieve well knows, I really don't have any ability for it. But I keep plugging away. And I've been taking Steve's classes. The only one left from your original class is me and Genevieve are the only ones left in his class. But since he can't actually hear when I'm playing, I'm in 2 rep, but I really should be maybe in 1 rep or less. But anyway, I keep trying. I keep thinking one day all of a sudden it'll all come together and I'll be able to play. But I wanted to ask you one thing. The Crow Creek, you play it in D, or your dad plays it in D, and people keep telling me it's supposed to be an A tune. I don't understand what that's about. And did your dad actually compose that, or
Okay.
was? Yeah.
So Crow Creek is from the fiddler Stella Elam, who is a prolific female fiddler featured on the Dear Old Illinois, both the book and the CD set. So if you buy the Dear Old Illinois CD, the original Crow Creek is on it. The original Crow Creek is in D. It also is fabulous in A. So again, I'm not the Pope. I have no rules. Like, their source version from Stella Elam is in D. And also I have myself played it in a jam in A. It works out both ways real great. But now you can go back and say originals in D, but also you may play it in A. I have spoken. There we go. But that's the story on that. And that's a fabulous tune too. Yeah. So I'm glad that one's getting around. Yeah.
Not too many people are familiar with it, but I really like that too.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good one. Yep. I was thinking of teaching that today too, but I feel like it's making the rounds enough. So yeah.
Yeah, it's learnable at a slow speed, but at the speed your dad's playing it, I have no idea how he does it. With groups, and him playing in there's a little clip on YouTube, and it's just like, I don't know how they do that. I have no idea how they do that.
I don't know, but it's good to see you again. I'm glad to have you. Okay, last but not least, who we got?
James, I think. Yeah.
Hi. Now, do you hear me? Or?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hi. I'm real excited to learn from you. I bought your book and the CD when it was first out. I don't know how long ago at Cliff Top. And I'm anxious to listen from the horse's mouth.
That's me. Thanks.
I don't.
Glad to have you. Thank you so much.
I played about 10 years fiddle, and I used to play clawhammer.
Great. Where are you calling from?
Belleville, Illinois.
Belleville. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, we're in Charleston. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. No, right where that a lot of this music was collected right around there.
Yeah.
Like Benton and, you know, places like that too. So, okay. Is there, if there's anyone else speak now, and, or what do they
This
say?
is Mareva from Chicago. I would just like to say hello to Brendan and Hannah. That is all.
Yeah. Yes. So Brendan, I think, is the only one who's probably knows Dry and Dusty already, but I'm going to teach another one that you don't know. So that's, I mean, in addition to Dry and Dusty. So, and you have the Indian Ate the Woodchuck at the beginning. Okay. All right. So I think we're just going to operate like, I'm going to teach, like I'm going to play the tune. I'm going to break it down into chunks. And then you're all going to be on mute because Zoom is terrible. And then I'll say, okay, give me this part. And then you play it back at home. And I'm just going to imagine that that I hear you. And I know that you are going to do great. Okay. So back at the ranch, everybody instruments up. Or you can be at the ready, but just rest for a second. I'm going to play it a little bit slower than we have played it before. And one more thing, and I swear I'll stop talking. This is one of the few things that my dad broke the heck down for me. Like, he was like, this is the bowing is the tune is the bowing. You can't have one without the other. So, which was unique. A lot of tunes you can bow them. There are lots of different eligible choices, and this is a very specific thing that I learned early on from my dad. Okay, Dry and Dusty, a little bit slow. Okay, so there's the tune at a somewhat digestible speed. So now, this is the bread and butter of the tune right here, is the very first way it starts off, is this set bowing pattern. So I'm gonna move this chair so you can see my fiddle a little bit better. Okay, so we got the first finger on the E, third finger on the A, and this is that typical high D double stop. Those two notes together. But instead of playing them together, you're rocking the bow back and forth, and it goes down, up, drop the first finger, down, up, add the first finger back, and rock. So give that a try. We're going to spend a lot of time on this because if you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing in this tune. So, okay. So, first finger, third finger, drop the first finger. You can keep the third finger down. It's a little easier if you do. And then third finger on the A and first finger on the E. Scoop. You kind of scoop it up. So, okay, give that a few more go rounds. I'm willing to take all day if it gets in there. So here we go. And one useful thing, once you feel like you've got that motion in is to loop it, but let's give it one more time just by itself. So 1, 3, 1, 3, open, 3, 1. So the 3 and the 1 on the up bow, and you're rocking from the A to the E on that up bow. So one more time, and then I'll show you a practice tip. Okay, ready? Give me 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now at home, I want you to try looping it so it gets you comfortable playing it without starting and stopping, which is so give me a couple go arounds on that. You do that, I'll do this. Okay, bring it back. So the one and only one good thing about the situation of not being in the same room is that you have for always and ever this video recording to come back to. So if by the end of the class you're like, I don't got it, that's okay. You can just go back to the video recording and take this workshop all over again if you want. If you're a glutton for punishment, that is. Okay, so the tune starts what you just did. It does that once. Then it continues. So that's first finger. So give me those notes again. Ready, go. So together, all together sounds like. Give me all that together a couple more times. Ready, set, go. Okay, one more time, all of that together. Sorry, ready, set, go. Then it continues. So you just did, it continues. So 1, 2, repeat the third finger, and then back up to that. So you did. So do just the new phrase. Ready, go. Just that phrase 2 more times. Ready, starting with the first finger on the A. Ready, go. Okay. Then it finishes the phrase with, play just that phrase. 1, open, 1, 3 on the A and the E string. Ready, go. Is the last phrase. Give me that 2 more times. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, just that phrase, go. So you want to start on a down bow at that point. A lot of the in-between bowings you can fudge. You want to make sure you're ending on an up bow so that you're ready for, because then it repeats. Okay, so up to this, let me play all of that through so you can see how it fits together. And then we'll come back and try to, feel free to play along, or you can watch and then I'll play it again. So, ready, go. Do that, all of that one. Let's pause. Mareva, do you think we should pause and take any questions? Or
maybe, or we can wait till the end of the tune.
Okay.
But it can't hurt to ask if there's any questions. End of each part, end of A part, end of B part. Yeah.
Okay. Let me. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first half of the A part, and then the whole thing repeats, and then you have a full thing. Okay. Let's do that 2 more times, just the first half of the A part, pretty slow like that. Ready, set, go. When I'm slowing it down, my bowing has changed. So the only thing that will never change is this. But then when you, sorry, pay no attention to the rest of my bow. It's hard to slow it down and keep what I'm doing. Okay, one more time, first half of the A. Ready, go. There, that time, mark this on the video. I did it exactly right. Slow down, bowing. All the bowing was right. Let's do it one more time just so you have it. Ready, go. Good. And the good news is the second time, the second half of the A part starts largely the same. So the second part is same, 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 different. And then the end, the line 2 of the A part is I'll break that down a little bit more. So second. So instead of, it hits one and only one blues note. So this is, instead of a high second finger, it's a low second finger on the A string. Give me just that phrase. Ready, go. 3, low 2, first finger, low 2, 1, and then open. Ready, go. 3, low 2, 1, open A. So, and then it continues. So all together. So 3, low 2, 1, open. Then third finger on the D. 3, 2, 3, and then open A, open D. Give me that whole ending phrase of that line. So give me. Ready, go. Give me that whole phrase one more time. Ready, go. I'm pretty sure I did the bowing right on that time too, because you want to always be ending on an up bow so you're ready to come back on the top of the phrase. So you do all of what we just did, and then you repeat it. And 2 of those, once and then twice is a complete A part. So I'm gonna play it, the whole thing through, slowly jump in as and when you're ready. Okay. Okay, how'd we do? Anybody need major reconstructive surgery, or are we all hanging in there? So I will also say, while you're practicing, this is like the most useful tool to have in your toolbox of bowing patterns, I would say. It not only just does it have a great rhythm and sound with a lot, it's really easy. Also, a lot of Illinois music is like, what can help me play quickly for a square dance and get the best sound in the least amount of rocking the bow back and forth. So it's also like a lot of economy of motion is kind of the Jedi mindset, I would say, of this style of fiddling. So yeah, and a couple pointers going forward. As you probably heard, it's the very first note anticipates ahead of the downbeat. So it comes in just a little bit before the first guitar note and the first percussion downbeat note would come in. So just something to think about is that you are really anticipating the beat with the first note of the tune. Also, you probably heard me hitting both notes together. The intent as you work towards it is to, how do I say, hit both notes as often as possible while still playing the rhythm and playing the tune. So working towards. So once you get that to feel comfortable, then try hitting both strings as often as you can while still doing that. So then it's. So still pulling out the melody and the rhythm, but especially on the beginning and ending with those two notes together, the double stop. Another little note, just because you don't have enough to think about already, I know, is there's a little bit of a slide on the first note. Not big, not bluesy, not jazzy, but just a little bit, and it serves two functions. It gives it a lot of flavor, the tune, but it also, don't tell anyone, it's a way to adjust your intonation while still sounding like you know what you're doing. So it's like serves two functions at the same time beautifully, and that's why this is a great tune. So work towards hitting the double stop, not just one note at a time, and also work towards sliding the first finger in on that very first note, because this phrase gets used a lot. It's basically the whole, like the engine of the whole tune. So there's a lot of components that you can work in, you know, progressively as you get to know the tune better. So okay,
Genevieve, just giving you a 30-minute before the end of the class.
Before the end of class. Okay. All right. Then Mareva, do you think I should move on to the B part if I want to teach Sandy Floor?
Yes.
Affirmative. Okay, great. All right. So I'm just going to play the B part is less fussy. Like there's not as much you have to bow it. There's not as much essential critical bowing. So here we go. B part slow, and it's pretty simple, so I'm not gonna break it down unless anybody really wants me to. So here, B part. Okay, so you just B part slow. So a couple things to know. Mareva.
Yes, yes. Oh,
we can hear you. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, it's actually really helpful. Yeah. I was like, I hear someone.
Here you go. No.
Hello. Okay. So you're probably wondering, the B part's all about the low second finger. You will never, ever, ever play. That's alien music. We're not doing that. So all about the low second finger on the A. And then, so there's a, you're hearing the second finger on the D, and then the repeated A note. I'm adding a fourth finger unison to give that rhythm. So. Do that a couple times. Moving on. I'll do that one more time. First line, third line, same as the first. So that's down, down, up, if that helps. Down, add the fourth finger on the same down bow, and then up and play the fourth finger and the A string in unison. Then the last line. You can think of it in two ways. So open one on the A, three, low two. If you get it playing fast enough, it's gonna come out like where you just add all three fingers, and somehow it still has a different sound if you add all three fingers than if you only add your third finger. So, or, so adding like a little jump up, adding all three fingers at the same time. Okay. One more time, whole B, just B part, slow. Here we go, play along if you want it. So then there's not a lot of variation in this tune, only because it's so specific, I think. You can maybe vary the rhythm. One thing I like to do on the A part is to take out notes. So instead of to take out one of those, take out one of those. So let's everybody just try that variation a couple times. Ready, go. So that's two more times. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, go. So that breaks it up because otherwise it also it just kind of makes you appreciate the busier version too. When you take out, it really throws it in an interesting way. Okay, questions on Dry and Dusty before I move on to rapidly teaching another tune. Anything? Okay, hang on. I'm also gonna go get Smith to play. Wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you want to just play the B part of Dry and Dusty a little faster, I want to point something out to everyone about your bowing.
Yes. Okay, okay. Just the B part. Here we go.
So just one thing I think is really like crucial about like you know, Genevieve's style, and you often hear in like Gary's style of playing, in the way that, you know, they interpreted this tune, is like that pulse at the end, like that, like it's like really emphasizing that like 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 it's like a very full up bow, and that's a really that's a signature move of Jenna's.
Thank you. It takes somebody else because I'm like, I don't know, what do I do? Thank you very much. And here's what it's not. Like, to give the opposite examples, like make that up bow is like very important for maintaining the rhythm and the melody and the held note. So yeah, that's the way we do that. The way we hold that note is we give it a big weightlifter up bow on the end instead of stopping it or trying to bow it again, or it'll like lengthen the note any other way. Thank you. Yes, agree with that comment. Pause, everybody, shake out your hands, get a drink of water. I'm gonna go get Smith and then we'll learn another tune. Oh, it's over there. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Are we back? There, it kicked off. Nope, we're not muted.
Just want to point out that the Harrison Koester household is doing this today with 2 children. Managing childcare between the 3 of them.
2 feisty children who are being bribed with snacks right now, basically. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, so tune number 2. There's always the one that got away, and this is the one that got away from the dear old, there's probably many, I mean, who am I kidding? But so this is called Sandy Floor, and it is a Pappy tune. So first of all, this is the first time we're talking about Pappy Taylor. We did a bad job, sorry. So Pappy Taylor was the absolute biggest personal, musical, and everything in between influence on my dad, his fiddling. He Pappy Taylor made instruments. He got my dad started on building fiddles. This is a fiddle that my dad eventually built. So Pappy Taylor was just like the most gracious spirit with my dad and my uncles and my mom, and even he lived into my lifetime, past 90 years old, and so I got to meet him as a very small child. And so this is a basically, I think in advance of Battleground, the Indian Fiddlers Gathering, my mom was like, Gary, I found a box of tapes in the garage. Is this anything that you don't already have? Are these just copies, or do you not have this? And he was like, oh, for God's sake. It's like, there's always more tapes that you forgot about, or that you did, that come to light long after the Dear Old Illinois CD and book had come out and been published. And so, I mean, then the question is, okay, well, then what? But the answer to a lot of us is just, well, let's learn those tunes, keep them alive, and play them, as to the best of our ability. So that is what you're going to learn today. This is it's a half-length tune, so it's half as long as Dry and Dusty, which you just learned. And also, it's really not, it's a 1-part tune that you just are going to play high and low. So it's the same exact melody, key of A modal, and you're going to play the same thing on the top, the A and E strings, and then drop down to the G and D strings and play the same thing. Obviously, the noting on the hand will be different, but if you can think about it that way, it's really a really short tune, but it sounds great that way. So this is kind of, I don't know. I think it was a jig. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Okay, Sandy Floor, here we go. That's so loud. Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Jenna.
Yes.
Clara has a good question. Is this tune normally something that would be played in cross tuning, like AE, or no? I guess important clarification.
Yeah, good point. And there's lots of, I specifically didn't make everyone alternate tune, but We didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why that when we set out to play it, we really do play it in standard. I'd be curious very much to see, hang on, wait. Oh no, I have a calico. Hang on, wait a minute.
Because it's in modal, it might lend itself well in standard in some ways. But
yeah. There's a lot of like, because it's modal and the G and D come in, but nope, because you can't. So I have a fiddle that's tuned with, it's in calico, but it has the A and E on the low, but you need all the use of the G and D strings because it's modal. Good question. I didn't know, and now I know. So that's great. Okay. So it is, there's lots of, and that these A tunes that make you work, you know, your finger and try to, that's all, I'm always chasing that double stop down there, the first finger on the G and D to make that. But yeah, this is going to be a workout, but it's going to be worth it, guys. Okay. So, all right. Sandy Floor, really one part tune played high and low. And it sounds great if, you know, if you can teach it to your friends. It's a great one to have with more than one fiddle too. Okay. So let me play it, the whole tune a little bit slower. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay. And then repeat. I love tunes that are like tongue twisters for your fingers. that whole middle part is so noodly, but we're gonna get it. Hang on. Water break for me. Okay, so from the top, sounds like, and this is a good practice tune for fourth finger unison. So. So let's do the first phrase. I play, you play. Ready, go. Second phrase. Ready, go. Do that one more time. Ready, go. Ready, go. So you got to start with the third finger on the A, fourth finger, 1, 3. And I'm sorry guys, but this is really all about that fourth finger. This fourth finger is the star of the show for this tune because it's not feasible to rock the bow back and forth. It's more trouble than it's worth when you get it up to speed. So one more time on that phrase. Now we get to the noodly part. Okay, so you just played. Hang on, I have to play it up to speed. And then it anticipates the beat on with the fourth finger unison, fourth finger on the D string, giving you the A. Okay. So give me 1, ready, go. So you do start with the fourth finger unison and then drop it. So 3 and then drop it. So 1, open, 3, 1. Give me that phrase one more time. Ready, go. One more time. All that to just those phrases together. Ready, go. Okay. So you got A, third finger on the D, A repeated twice, and then so you just give me that. Ready, go. So they have this similar exact rhythm, but different notes put in. Just let me play all of that together so you see where everything fits. Okay, let's try that a couple more times through. I know, I know it's insane. Okay, ready, go. There we go. So just the first phrase. Second phrase. And then, good news, our old friend. Second and third lines are the same. I love when tunes do that. Thank you, Jesus. So. Give me that line again. Ready, go. So the first and the third line, I think we got that. Give it one more time, the first and the third line. Ready, go. And then the fourth line is. So again, start on the open E. Oh, 1, 2, open, 2, 1, open, 3, 1, 3 on the D, open A. Give me just that line one more time. The last line. Ready, go. Okay. That's the whole tune. I mean, the good news is that's the whole melody, that's the whole thing. There's not a second part you have to learn. You just have to pretty much transpose it to the lower octave on your fingers. Let's stop there. I can also work through the noodly part. I anticipate maybe people are still scratching heads about that. Are there any questions? Or
so it's just the B part is like that on the G and D? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Same melody, same exact melody, but on the lower two strings. So let me play all of the A part slowly so you can hear it. Here it goes. And again, a lot of these come in before the downbeat. So when you hear my first noise, that's not the downbeat. That's anticipating, and then the downbeat drops shortly thereafter. So A part. And repeat. Okay. In the interest of time, I'm going to move on to teaching the B part. Any burning questions? We're good? Thumbs up? Okay. I see no one unmuting. All right. So then, it's the same melody. Noodle, 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 noodle. You're just doing it down here instead of up here. So B part through slow. This is my white whale. Like, if you can be all you can be, barring your first finger on the G and D and getting that crisp A, like the A double stop, is the dream of my life. So here we go. Okay, so it starts with, I'll do without double stops though. So you start first finger on the D is the primary melody. And then repeat. Here we go. So back to the question of cross key. There's so much open D and G. I was like, yeah, no, I really, yeah, yeah. So it's a workout because you're all the way down there and it's really notey, but it has a really big, bold, deep sound. So, okay, I'm just gonna probably, oh, yeah, look, it's 2:20. I'm gonna play it a couple more times through pausing between phrases so you have it to take home with you. Okay. B part, here we go. So that's is now and then you anticipate with the first finger. And ending on the open D. So where you're going, all that bow rocking in the middle there, that's now just on the good news is you're only on the G and a little bit D string further. So that's the transposition of that, but you've only got one string to worry about, which is nice instead of rocking back and forth between the A and the D. So, and then you, second half of the B. Same, first and third line's always the same. Fourth line of the B. So here we go. One more time through the B, and then we'll take questions. Okay. Things to work towards in life and on the B part. Is that low double stop and starting and ending on that and having it in tune. It's all we can hope for in life. Okay, one more time through the whole tune and then we'll take questions. Repeat. B part. Repeat. Hey, all right, questions. We're a little bit over and I think mom has to teach in about 5 minutes, but if you have questions, please, please, please let me know. Or you can
do it again.
What?
We got to do it again.
Yes, 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 yes.
Another time.
Another time, yeah. Okay, anything else burning?
How do we find the recording of this?
You can't. This is it.
Does he mean of the class?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the source recording of Sandy Floor. I was like, it's lost and gone. Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
I'm gonna send that out after it processes and everything. You get it in a couple days.
Yeah.
Hello there. I like your shirt.
Hi, Claire.
Say hi.
And going on a bike ride and we get to bring.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yay!
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Genevieve.
Bye.
Bye.
Exactly. Couldn't have summed it up better myself.
Thank you, everybody, so much. This was
Thanks. Bye.
great. John will send recording. Bye.
Cool.